Quickly, we want to go to Democratic Congressman Jason Crow, who's on the phone with us. He's a former Army Ranger hailing from my home state of Colorado. I just want to get your reaction to what you heard your Florida colleagues saying there. One thing that stood out for me is the argument that the work requirements in this bill will actually help vulnerable people by making sure able-bodied individuals aren't taking those resources away from others. What's your reaction to that, sir?
Well, there's no evidence to support that. There just isn't. This is not what the bill does. What the bill does is take away health care overall for 16 million Americans. It out of the health care system by removing those Medicaid benefits. So think about this. There's a lot of Americans that do have people on Medicaid, friends, family, loved ones, and they're going to be hurting. This is life and death. But there's folks who are also sitting here saying, I have a Cadillac Platinum plan through my employer, so why does this concern me? And the answer to that is the entire system that relies on these benefits and relies on Medicaid is about to be blown up. Hospitals are going to close. Clinics are going to close. Doctors, nurses, practitioners are going to leave the field because they can't afford to remain practicing anymore. So if people think it's hard to access care now, just wait until this takes effect. And then Byron Donalds actually just gave a textbook description of trickle-down economics. That's exactly what this is. The entire theory of the Republicans and Donald Trump is actually the trickle-down economic theory that if you give tax breaks to the top 1%, to special interests and corporations, it trickles down to the rest of us. That's been tried many times, and it actually never works.
Republicans are also making the argument, even while voicing the need to reduce the national debt and voicing the need to support the U.S. bond market, that by adding revenue, that this bill counteracts those tax cuts. I'm wondering what your take is on that, and is there anything in this bill that you agree with or that you like?
Yeah, the revenue piece, that is trickle-down economics. That is what they are saying, that we're going to give enormous tax breaks to the largest corporations, to the wealthiest folks, and that's going to unleash all of this economic activity. That's going to increase revenue, and it's going to pay for the over $3 trillion of debt that the estimates show this bill will add to our overall national debt. Listen, America has tried that. We've actually tried this numerous times. And it just doesn't work, right? If we want to invest in something, we should invest in infrastructure. We should invest in education. We should invest in technology. When America does that, it always pays for itself over and over again. That's what history shows. When America gives tax breaks to the wealthy and invests in wealth, it does not.
One of the things that we've been hearing, and I know Democrats have been hearing from their constituents, is, okay, so what are you doing about it? What are you doing to push back? We did have this record-breaking speech from Leader Jeffries today, 8 hours and 44 minutes. How has that made your colleagues, Democratic colleagues, feel? Do you feel like you are getting your groove underneath you? And how are Democrats going to harness that energy going into next year's elections?
Well, we are fighting like hell. Make no mistake. We fought every inch of the way, and we just didn't have the votes because we don't have the majority. Make no mistake. Republicans control the House, they control the Senate, and they control the White House. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the case now to the American people, right? And we don't even have to beat people over the head with that case, because unfortunately, this is the dire reality. The dire reality is I've been spending the last couple of months talking to my constituents, holding town halls. This morning, I spent time answering the phones in my office, and people are breaking down crying to me. They're afraid. They don't know what to do because they have kids with disabilities. They have loved ones that need insulin. They are about to lose that, and people are afraid for their lives. So Democrats are going to find the path forward. We're going to propose legislation and solutions to fix this, and we're going to take this to the campaign trail, and we're going to make Republicans own it because they did this.
Now, some of these cuts, rather strategically, are not going to go into effect until after the midterms. Are you confident that constituents, Republicans and Democrats alike, are going to be feeling the impact of this bill before then, and enough to maybe change hearts and minds before they go to the polls?
Well, delayed cuts is actually not how the economy works. It's not how healthcare works. It's not how the world works. If you're running a large business, if you're running a hospital, if you're running a healthcare system, and you know that, in a year or 18 months, a service you're providing, a hospital that you're running, a healthcare group that you're running is no longer going to be solvent, are you waiting around for that to take effect? No, you're not. This has been a massive signal to the market, to the healthcare industry, to businesses across the country about what's coming, and they are going to immediately start responding to that. So unfortunately, the pain is going to be real, and it's going to come much sooner than anyone expects. And that's why, Democrats are standing by to stand in the breach and provide whatever support we can to our constituents. And then we're going to go and we're going to win, and we're going to try to fix this.
You saw we had those 2 Republican nay votes, but ultimately, of course, the bill did pass. But there was a lot of opposition to this bill, especially among those self-identified fiscal conservatives. Even the Freedom Caucus had some issues with it. Why do you think they ultimately fell in line? Is the fear of repercussions from Donald Trump so great that it basically makes it untenable for almost any Republican to stand up to his agenda at this point?
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what's happening here. Right? You don't have to take my word for it about this bill. Numerous Republicans said it was going to blow open our national debt. Numerous Republicans said, just hours ago, actually, just said this is going to take health care away from millions of people. Numerous Republicans pushed back on the cuts to the energy subsidies for renewable energy production. Numerous people said this is a awful, horrible bill, and they wouldn't support it until Donald Trump told them to. And actually, just look at their statements, too, right? Look at the things they've tweeted out. Look at the statements they've made. A bunch of my colleagues have said things like, I'll do anything for Donald Trump. I will, jump through fire. I will rent a car and drive halfway across the country because my flight was canceled for Donald Trump. Where in there are their constituents? Because last time I checked, when you're a representative or a member of Congress or a senator and you take an oath, you take an oath to this country and you take an oath to your constituents, not to a president. But unfortunately, that's where their loyalties seem to lie.
All right, Congressman Jason Crow, Democrat from my home state of Colorado. Sir, thank you for joining us.